Hi, this is Dr. E, and welcome to the Chemical Reactions Lab video. Today we're going to start off with the statement that energy is stored in matter or within the bonds between atoms. In addition, chemical reactions rearrange matter. As a result of chemical reactions inside cells, energy may be released, stored, or used to do work. When a chemical reaction occurs, something new is produced. It involves 1. The breaking of bonds, 2. The rearrangement of atoms, 3. The formation of new bonds, and 4. Only the electrons in the outermost shell of atoms are involved in chemical reactions. Chemical reactions occur inside the cells of all living things. There are two major reasons for chemical reactions to occur inside cells. Number 1, it is the only way to form new molecules that cells require for growth and maintenance. These are known as biosynthesis or anabolic reactions. Biosynthesis or anabolic reactions is the formation of large or complex molecules by linking smaller, simpler molecules together. An example of this is the making of proteins, which is a large, complex molecule. Proteins are made by linking these smaller, simple molecules called amino acids together. Biosynthesis or anabolic reactions store energy. The second reason that chemical reactions occur inside cells is because the making and breaking of bonds involves changes in energy. For example, in decomposition or catabolic reactions, we are breaking down large molecules into smaller molecules. So this is the exact opposite of the biosynthesis or anabolic reactions. In decomposition reactions, energy is released. If you remember, in biosynthesis reactions, energy is stored. Anyway, in these decomposition or catabolic reactions, the organisms can use some of this released energy to do work. The food living things eat is matter. Cell respiration is a decomposition or catabolic reaction that breaks large matter into smaller matter with the release of energy. On the other hand, photosynthesis is a biosynthesis or anabolic reaction. It combines small molecules to make larger molecules with energy stored within the bonds. Changes in chemical energy during chemical reactions. Energy is required or absorbed to break bonds during chemical reactions. Energy is released when new bonds are formed. If more energy is released when new bonds are formed than is absorbed or required in breaking initial bonds, the reaction as a whole releases energy to the surroundings in the form of heat. Such chemical reactions are called exothermic or exergonic. On the other hand, if less energy is released from the formation of new bonds than is absorbed or required in breaking initial bonds, the reaction as a whole absorbs energy from its surroundings. These reactions are called endothermic reactions or endergonic reactions. In the lab, we did two experiments. One demonstrated an endergonic reaction, and the other demonstrated an exergonic reaction. Cell respiration is exothermic, and photosynthesis is endergonic. Right? Another energy utilized in chemical reactions is activation energy. Activation energy is the energy required to get a chemical reaction started. In a lab, activation energy is supplied with heat. However, a cell will die if its temperature is raised. Thus, cells use enzymes, which are proteins that are capable of speeding up chemical reactions without raising the temperature within the cell. The importance of enzymes we discussed earlier with the digestion of a Hershey bar. Remember, without enzymes, the Hershey bar will take 6 months to digest. So without enzymes, the chemical reactions in cells would proceed too slowly for the cell to survive. And the fact that enzymes can speed up the reactions without raising the temperature of the cell is highly important because high temperatures kill the cell. All right, the rate of chemical reactions depends on how frequently the reactant molecules collide with each other. The higher the number of collisions, the more rearrangements of molecules occur. So one way to increase chemical reactions is by increasing the amount of reactants. By increasing the amount of reactants, the likelihood of these molecules colliding with each other becomes much greater, so the rate of reaction becomes much faster. As we mentioned, in a lab, we could speed up the rate of reaction by increasing temperature. Because increased temperature causes molecules to move faster and faster. And if they're moving fast and faster, the likelihood that they will collide with each other is greater. Thus, the rate of reaction increases. But unfortunately, cells cannot use that. But fortunately, cells have enzymes to do that for them. Lastly, chemical reactions can be written as equations. And chemical equations demonstrate the law of conservation of mass, which says that matter is neither created nor destroyed. It is only rearranged. So when we look at a chemical equation, there must be the same number and same type of atoms on both sides of the equation, because we're not creating new matter and we're not destroying matter. So what we start out with, the reactants, when they're rearranged to create something new, a new product, that new product still has the same type and number of atoms, just in a different arrangement. All right, that's it for the chemical reaction lab video. Thank you.